Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at a little bit of energetic intuition of what's happening with you on Scorpio season. So we are currently in the throes of Scorpio season. So let's see what's happening. This will be more of a Scorpio themed reading as well. All right. And you'll see what I mean. And it's going a little deep, right? Because keeping in mind that we are in Scorpio season and that is a water sign, it's also fixed energy. And Scorpio, that energy is associated with a lot of emotional intensity. Somehow also very aggressive. I wouldn't say aggressive, but more like assertive in nature as well. So Scorpio season is also when they talk about like Hallows Eve, right? So there's a very spiritual element to it too, or like collectively wants us to really focus in on like depth, right? Not just our superficial, but like really thinking about like internally, like how are we doing? Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Just as setting the intention, this is for you, Sagittarius. If it's in your sun, your moon, your rising, I hope that this reading can resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. Our first card we're pulling is looking at the depths. Okay, so this is what around the season, like what lies beneath the surface of you. Okay. What are some hidden desires or emotions that you're experiencing, or perhaps some unspoken truths that you're not really acknowledging at this time? Okay. So this is looking at the depths of what lies beneath, what is hidden at this time, Sagittarius. What is hidden for Sagittarius? Okay. 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 I think there's something here about working together or collaborating in some way, being a team player, having, you being there for people, they being there for you, like working on things together. And you've got this Eight of Wands, which talks about basically like messages or news that's arriving. Okay. It's very swift in its nature. And then you have death. Death is not scary. Okay. Death just talks about the process of transformation, right? The renewal or the rebirth, right? Of something that was old. It's been gotten rid of, it's been transformed. And then what does it transform into? Okay. Because remember, energy can it cannot be destroyed, right? It just transforms. And so that death card, I think what I'm getting from this is that because it's talking about the depths of you, of what's hidden. I feel like there's something fundamental that is transforming in your life right now. I do think it's something that's current, right? It's something that you've been seeing in your life. It's actively happening right now. And it's almost like the ability to collaborate has been transformed. So let's say, for example, if you are a person who's used to always like kind of being on your own, and because I feel like the opposite of this would be just relying on yourself, okay? Not really having a crew. It's like it's you, right? You got you because there is no one else who has you. And there's something that's happening here where like all of a sudden you have support, you have community, right? Three of Pentacles is like could be like also like your job in some way, right? Um, but it's like you have it now, okay? And you need to like I think understand that and let that go, because the death card does ask you to really transform the way of like how can you fully be present in this moment and receive everything you have if you're stuck on the past, right? The death card doesn't want you to be stuck on the past. It wants you to out with the old and with the new, right? That's essentially the meaning of it. Okay. It's like moving on. And so it's coming up as hidden. So this is not something that you really quite understand of what you have, but you are experiencing it like it's happening in your life. You're having a lot of people, a lot of collaboration, a lot of support. That's really what I'm getting. And that has really changed. That's been transforming for you. All right. So number 2 is the release. What needs to be shed or let go of? So what's not working for you? It's not working. Your high's good. Um, maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a belief system or a thinking pattern of some sort. Okay. Let's see for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to release? Okay. You've got Judgment. Okay. The World. You've got some pretty major stuff happening. Dang, Sag. And you've got Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Tower. Very interesting. You are definitely in new chapter. You're a new chapter scenario right now. Like this is a new life for you. I feel like there could be still remnants from your past. The World card is all about endings and new beginnings, right? It's starting a new chapter in your life. But this came out first. This was the Judgment. Judgment wants you to be clear, to make a final decision about things. It's almost like a wake up call, right? Or like a life's purpose in some way. And I feel like there's been an end to it. Like you are in a cycle of ending one part, and this really goes along with your depths as well. When we talked about the Death card, and it's kind of here again. You've had like a sudden event happen with the Tower, and then Queen of Pentacles has something to do with perhaps your domestic life. Okay, you're being also like resourceful, or just being like queen of the castle in some way, right? Queen of Pentacles is like it could also have to do with fertility as well, like that Queen of Pentacles, just like the mom, that mom of the house energy, like that. Like I got this, and maybe that's a shift from where you were. Okay, because maybe this is something that's new. Like you're really like re-entering or entering into domesticity in a way that you haven't really been before. And I just feel like you're just like, oh dang, like it happened so suddenly, right? And of course, like there's overlap here, okay? But you are being called, like you need to just release your old life like as much as you can, and just get ready for your new reality in some way, right? I'm feeling like there's you're being asked to really like honestly shed what came before, especially if it's of no use, or if it's not, you know, serving you in any way. Like let it go in the past. Okay, now let's look at this is our third card. We call the Phoenix. So how can you embrace transformations? Now, keeping in mind that Scorpio energy is all about that renewal and rebirth of something. So how do you use this energy, or how do you harvest this energy to transform? Okay, so how can you embrace transformations? Okay, you got the Six of Swords. You just do it. Six of Swords is a journey. It's a literal traveling, relocating. All right, now or journey of some sort. It's not that. It's all right. You got Knight of Pentacles. Being deliberate, being intentional, and then you got Seven of Pentacles. This is very like rational, reasonable. So how can you embrace transformations? You just kind of have to go with it. And you go with it by just doing it step by step. You just ease yourself into it by creating structure, by creating routine, expectation, being committed to what you said you were going to do. And honestly, just really doing it. And at times, like take a moment to just stop and just look at where you've been and where you are and where you're heading. Okay, because that Seven of Pentacles doesn't want you to just like aimlessly or mindlessly do, but really ask for you to take a moment and be like, okay, like okay, this is where I am now. So what do I want to do next? How can I adjust this to improve it or to keep it ever growing, right? Or going. And so that's how you can transform, Sagittarius. All right, so let's look. Our last card is looking at the light within. What strength or gift is emerging within you at this time? What is awakening in you? So what strength or gift is emerging? Okay, you got the Eight of Swords. Interesting. That talks about blockages. Oh, lovers. Okay. Okay, you got the Emperor. I see like your cutoff or block game is very strong, okay? Now if people had access to you in the past, it's like the gift that's emerging is just like you're like, nah, you don't, I don't know you. Excuse me, who is this? Not even new phone, who this? Just like, who is this? Right? Um, and it perhaps has to do with like relationships, right? Romantic relationships in particular, partners. And it's like, what is awakening in you? So that's a block. And then you got the Emperor now, though. Okay. So if there are people who had access to you in the past, now with this Emperor, they just really don't, because you've just been, you've locked in. Okay. So that's the light that's emerging in you. You are cut off. You're locked into this thing that you're, whatever it is that you're in. I do think it's a relationship, right? It's a relationship that has a lot of structure, grounded in like respect, and like maybe even the two of you really planning things together. So it's not just you planning, it's like a we planning thing, okay? But it's saying that this is the light that's emerging, or this is the light that is emerging, right? This is the strength or gift that is emerging. So it has something to do with the partnership and you being able, because I feel like there's some elements between your present and past. There's like the past is very prevalent here, in that execution of just letting that be in the past and letting it go and not carrying that on with what you're doing now. Okay. All right. So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. If this was helpful or resonated in any way, please, I would appreciate it. If you would just leave a comment, that would be very helpful. But anyway, that's what I got. My name is Tifa. I do tarot. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. And if you're interested in ever having a personal reading, I do offer those. You can find more information in the description below. Have a great day. Bye.